Hi, I'm Jono. Welcome to a Lunatone application video. In this video, we'll guide you through an example installation of Lunatone devices in a small office environment. Our goal is to set up a small DALI installation where there is both user manual control using a DALI switch, as well as automated control with a motion sensor and constant light control via a DALI sensor. In this application example, motion detection ensures that the lights turn on only when someone is in the room and turns off when they leave. Additionally, we will set up constant light control. This is where the luminaires in the room are adjusted to maintain a consistent light level. If there is a person in this room, they should also be able to override the sensor and change the brightness of the luminaires using a switch, which disables the automation of the sensor control when turning the light on or dimming, and only enables the sensor again when turning the lights off. Let's meet the devices. 1. The DALI power supply. The DALI bus requires a 16-volt power supply. The combined current of all power supplies on the DALI line cannot be more than 250 milliamps. The length of the DALI line cannot exceed more than 300 meters, and the connections are typically polarity-free. 2. Light sources. In our example office, we will use DALI dimmers connected to LEDs. Dimmers need to be chosen depending on the light sources. Different dimmers are available, for example, constant current LED or constant voltage LED. Depending on the dimmers used, you may need a power supply that provides 24 volts to the dimmer. 3. DALI 2 CS sensor. This sensor includes motion control and constant light control functions. 4. Push button switches connected to a DALI 2 MC device. This allows manual user control via the push button switches. 5. Lunatone DALI USB interface. This portable interface is essential for setting up and commissioning DALI systems. Once commissioning is complete, the USB interface can be removed and reused in other installations. This device is powered by the USB connection. Here is a schematic of how all the devices are connected. Notably, the CS and MC devices connect only to the DALI line. Their connection is polarity-free. The DALI power supply is connected to the mains and DALI line. Depending on the dimmers used, the dimmers are connected to a 24-volt power supply and the DALI line. Connecting devices. When wiring the devices, ensure that the correct wire diameter for the device's terminals are used as per the device's datasheet. Connections are secure and that there are no loose wires. The wiring cross-section needs to match the installation size, such that the voltage drop is not below 2 volts at maximum length. Mains or other voltage systems are never connected to the DALI signal lines. If your DALI 2 power supply has a test button, once all devices are connected, you can check the wiring is correct with the test button. A short press will send a broadcast on command. Pressing again will send a broadcast off command. A long press will start the testing pattern of on, off, then dimming. The pattern will stop when any other DALI command is sent on the DALI line, or with another short press of the test button. Commissioning the DALI cockpit. Now that the devices are connected, to complete commissioning, we need Lunatone's DALI cockpit. Download and install the software from the Lunatone website. Then, connect the DALI USB interface to your computer. Open DALI cockpit. The USB device should appear on the left side of the window. Click on the USB device, then the addressing button. Choose System Extension for addressing new devices while preserving existing addresses. If you are resetting the system, use New Installation to remove all previous addresses. Addressing may take time depending on the number of devices on the DALI line. Once addressing is complete, each device will have a unique address. Dimmers will receive a DALI address and control devices a DALI 2 address. For each, there is a maximum of 64 addresses possible. Identifying devices. Since addressing is random, identifying addresses can be done by matching serial numbers on the devices with those in the DALI cockpit, or by using the localize option, which allows you to identify a device through direct interaction. Configuring the devices. Dimmers. Select a dimmer in the DALI cockpit. Default settings are usually sufficient, but fine-tuning is possible. Let's briefly go over what these settings do. Min level is the minimum brightness a dimmer is allowed to stop at. If it is set to 5% and the control command is 1%, the dimmer will then stop at 5%. Equally, the max level sets the maximum brightness. Minimum and maximum settings allow adjusting of different light sources to show a similar brightness when turned fully on or turned to their lowest level. Power on level is the brightness level that the luminaire will achieve when powered. System fail level is the brightness level the luminaire will achieve when a short circuit or other error is on the DALI line. Fade time is the total time the luminaires will take to complete a brightness change. For example, a brightness level of 100% can take 2 seconds to complete fading from 0 to 100%. Fade time applies to brightness commands, go to last active level commands, and scene commands, while the commands min, max, and off are always executed without fade time. Fade rate is the speed of fade when dimming the light directly with the dim up or dim down commands. Now that we understand what these settings do, let's continue with our setup. Assign the dimmer to group 1, then click Save. You can also add other items to the group by dragging and dropping them to the group on the top left of the tree menu. Configuring the CS sensor. Click on the CS sensor in DALI cockpit. Click on the General tab. Enable the red LED when moving option, as we want to see when motion is detected by our CS sensor. Set the sensor mode to Application Controller Enabled. Since we want constant light control, we will select the operating mode, Motion Control with Constant Light Control. In the Effective Range tab, we will assign the previously configured Group 1 as the destination address to control all lights together. Set the external command range to Group 1. Configure external commands. Under the section External Commands, we can set how the sensor behaves when seeing other control commands on the DALI bus sent to the external control address. To meet our application requirements, I will set the on command and dimming command to external control. Disable the sensor such that the full control lies with the person in the room. For the off command, we wish to enable the sensors again and set this to waiting for motion, activate sensor control. Finally, under the Motion Control tab, set Direct Arc Power to 80%. This is the level the luminaires will turn onto before the constant light control takes over. Set the hold time to 10 seconds for testing. Typically, we will set this to 15 minutes or more for standard operation. Set the lux level for the CS sensor to maintain. In our example office, we'll use 800 lux for a well-lit office. This is the brightness level that these sensors will attempt to match within the office. The current brightness can be checked with the sun symbol on the top right of the Lunatone cockpit. This will give you a reference for the current lux level your CS sensor is detecting. This updates in real time, so feel free to experiment with your luminaire brightness and find a comfortable level that works best for you. Set the vacant state to Direct Arc Power Light Level 0%. This will turn the luminaire off after the hold time has passed and the CS sensor has not detected motion. Save these settings. Configuring the MC device. Select the MC device. In the General tab, enable Application Controller Mode. Click on the Application tab. Select Input 1. This is connected to our first push button. Select Group 1 as the destination address. You may recall that we set Group 1 as an external control address on our CS sensor earlier. The on-off commands and the dim commands sent from this MC device will now trigger the external control command functions of the CS sensor, in addition to controlling the luminaires. Use function BF5 to toggle between on, the X command, and off, the Y command, depending on the actual luminaire level. Set the X command to light level DAP 80%, which is turning on the luminaire. Set Y command to a light level DAP 0%, which will turn off the luminaire, configuring the second switch. Select Input 2. This is connected to our second push button. Select Group 1 as the destination address. As we mentioned earlier, this will control the luminaire and trigger the CS sensor's external controls at the same time. Use function BF6 for dimming. Select the dim up and dim down options. This will repeat the up and down commands with a long press. Set the X command to on and step up. Using the on and step up command allows the dim to turn the light on even if the light starts in its off status. Set the Y command to step down and off to allow running of the light when it's dimmed to the lowest level, since the dim down cannot turn off the light. Save these settings. Congratulations! You have successfully set up your first DALI installation. This system optimizes energy efficiency while providing both automated and manual control of lighting within an office environment. Thank you for watching this application video. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel or visit our website.